to episode 24 of the Wizards of Pod podcast, a podcast of librarians talking about podcasts. My name is Dave, and with me are my co-hosts, Sarah and Colleen. So join us as we discuss new and noteworthy podcasts, along with information about libraries and libraries in general.
Well, hello, everybody.
Hello. How are we?
Great. We're finally back after a 2-month break for the holidays.
And an additional 3-month hiatus due to
Things.
Yeah.
But we're back and ready for another season of the Wizards of Pod podcasts.
Yay. So how are we all doing?
It's been a long time.
It has been a long time.
Out of practice.
We're
That's
out of
how
practice
I'm
for
doing.
sure. I'm feeling icky.
Icky? Don't be icky.
I don't know why I said icky, but I'm not actually feeling icky.
Okay, that's good.
I just
It feels like a third of the year is over already, and that's really upsetting to me.
Oh, yeah.
and only a fourth of it is.
A fourth?
Yeah.
Did I? January, February? No. January, February,
Well,
March,
all
April.
of
It's May
4
now, so 4 months are over. And 4 times 3 is 12, so we're a third done.
I can't do math.
Sarah's just in denial.
You said it's stupid. I am in denial and I can't do math.
We were 1/4 done at the end of April.
Right.
But now it's... No, at the end of March.
At the end of March.
Oh my
Right.
God.
Ha,
But now
gotcha.
that April's over and it's
Gotcha.
May.
So it feels like a third of the year is over because a third of the year is over.
Yes.
So, what are we... Oh, boy. So, what are we going to be discussing today?
This month's theme is Best History Podcasts.
In November 2023, a million years ago,
In a galaxy far, far away.
Alice Florence Orr published an article on podcastreview.org titled 11 Best History Podcasts.
We found the articles quite interesting, so we ranked our top 5 podcasts from the list.
We will have a link to the show notes if you want to review the article and make a case for your top 5 history podcasts.
We would love to hear from you.
As a reminder, we have created a unique ranking system for discovering our favorite podcasts. The criteria we use to rank each podcast is it still recording, the length of the episodes, release schedule, and production quality. So let's get on to our picks for this episode.
So, the 5 podcasts that we will be discussing for this episode are Dan Carlin's Hardcore History, 1619, Throughline, In Our Time, and You Must Remember This.
We're getting confused.
So, starting off with Dan Carlin's, what were you going to say?
Oh, I was going to say, who wants to go first? But then you started.
I have no chill. So starting off with Dan Carlin's Hardcore History. This podcast has garnered widespread acclaim for its immersive exploration of historical events and figures. Carlin's unparalleled storytelling transports listeners into the worlds of ancient civilizations, epic battles, and pivotal moments, captivating a diverse audience through vivid descriptions and engaging narratives. What sets the podcast apart is its commitment to thorough research. Beyond a mere retelling of history, Carlin's thought-provoking analysis adds depth, encouraging listeners to reflect on the broader implications of past events and their relevance to the present and future. Hardcore History is a compelling blend of storytelling prowess, meticulous research, and insightful analysis, offering a rich and captivating experience for dedicated history fans and casual audiences. I did it.
Yay!
The ratings.
The ratings. All right. So, is it still recording?
Yes.
So, what'd you give it?
5.
A 5. I gave it a 5 because yes, it is.
I gave it a 3, and I have no idea why. So I guess I'm gonna change mine to a 5 because if it's still recording, I don't know what I was thinking there.
Oh, is somebody going to tally up the?
Oh, right. Colleen's the one with the pen. So.
All right, we all gave it a 5 then.
Yes. All right. To give a little bit more information about Hardcore History, it's the number of episodes. There are 70, 15 which are free. The rest have been put underneath a paywall. And the release schedule is approximately every 4 to 7 months, according to Wikipedia. And that's because the episode lengths are very long. They're 3+ hours. And forget that I just said that. I forgot why I did. Never mind.
Can I actually just say that I don't know if it is still recording, because when I look on Spotify, it shows the last episode was November 19th.
Yeah, but that's still
If they
like within
only
7
release-
months.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what did you say? I'm sorry.
3 to 7 months.
Oh,
It
okay.
was between each episode.
Take that part out, because I wasn't actually listening, because I was looking at this.
That's okay, because I'm taking my part out too.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Okay, so for the second one, the length of the episodes, I put down a 1.
I did a 3.
I gave it a 2.
2. I put down a 1 because they're so long.
They are
Yeah,
very
that's-
long. Yeah.
It's way too much for me.
Way.
My attention span is not that long.
Mine either. I just...
I feel like you can't listen to that straight through, and then if you're going in and out of it, like you're just completely losing your train
Right.
of thought.
Yeah.
It's
I
very
agree.
hard. For the release schedule, I gave it a 1 too because you have to wait way too long for
I
it
gave
if
it a
you're a
1.
fan.
I gave it a 3.5, but remembering now how long between the episodes release, I'm going to have to change mine to a 1 because that, I guess, to be fair, I'm sure that it takes a lot of research to go into this, and maybe Dan Carlin has other things to do and doesn't have someone to do it
of
for him.
well-researched podcasts that do
Well,
not.
yeah, but I think that a lot of well-researched podcasts have other people to help them with it too. You know what I mean?
1,000%.
So I think, I'm just saying.
I'm just a
Maybe that's
big
why it takes so
hater.
long, but also I don't know.
Yeah, I understand. It might be just his workflow that he
Right,
does, but
yeah.
honestly, I think he could literally
You could
take this,
break them up.
break them up,
Yeah.
release them more often, have them be shorter.
Yeah.
And I would be more of a
Right.
fan.
Do like little
Part
like
1, part 2,
seasons
part
of
3.
Exactly.
of each topic
yeah,
or something
because
like that.
each episode could almost be a season.
Right,
And it's
yeah.
like maybe not for 3 hours, but you have 2 episodes, and that's like almost a year's worth.
Yeah.
And it could be a full season.
So what about production quality?
Production quality, I gave it a 4.
I
I was
gave it-
like,
I'm sorry.
meh, it's fine. That's what I have
I-
written in my notes.
I gave it a 5 because I liked the production quality.
Oh, you gave it a 5?
I gave it a 5.
It was good. I just, I didn't think there was anything that stood out as being extra special.
I gave it a 4. I liked it, and I liked his voice a lot. His voice I found very soothing.
Yeah.
But it wasn't spectacular. And 5 is for spectacular.
Okay, well, whatever. I'm too generous.
Do you want to do 1619?
Does he want to do?
I will. I liked it, so I'll do it.
You do that one, and I'll do Through Line.
The next podcast we're going to be discussing is 1619, the New York Times 1619 podcast. The 1619 podcast, curated by the New York Times and hosted by the Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist Nicole Hannah-Jones, offers a poignant exploration of enduring impact of American slavery. Focused on the arrival of enslaved Africans in Virginia in the year 1619, the series dissects 250 years of slavery, reframing historical narratives and examining its profound consequences on the United States. Through a blend of storytelling, interviews, and expert analysis, Hannah-Jones provides a thought-provoking perspective on the lasting repercussions of slavery, touching on themes such as the fight for democracy. For those seeking a nuanced understanding of America's complex history, 1619 is a compelling and insightful audio series, accessible on platforms like Apple Podcasts and supplemented with information at the New York Times website. If you go to newyorktimes.com/column/1619-project. All right, so for 1619, is it still recording? No, it was a limited series, so I gave it a 3 because even though it's not recording anymore, I thought it was really, really good, and I enjoyed it.
I gave it a
Tremendously.
5 because, so when I guess I have different criteria for different podcasts. You know what I mean?
That's fine.
Because sometimes I feel like some podcasts go on too long, but because 1619 had a specific not agenda, but
Goal.
goal.
Or a story.
Or
It
story,
told a
yeah.
story, and the
They-
story was ended.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did what they did, and they
Did it well.
did it well. Yeah.
I also gave it a 3, just because. Yeah, I mean, it had its story to tell, and it was done. But they could have done
They probably could have done more
More.
with it. I'm sure. Yeah.
1,000%.
Yes, I mean, there's definitely more things it could have done. But at the same time, that's why I gave it a 3 and not a 1. The length of episodes weren't they an hour? Oh, 35 minutes. Oh, yeah. 35 minutes, which is my wheelhouse. Love it. So I gave it a 5.
I
because
also
was
gave it a 5.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I gave it a 4 because I think that's a little short for me, especially since it's such a limited series.
Yeah, I get that. I'm not changing.
I mean, I understand it, yes, but I like a story where I can start it on my way to work, and then by the time I come home at night, it's all done. Podcast, I mean.
Yeah.
So, for the release schedule, I gave it a 4 because I really, really liked it. It came out weekly, which is, that's what I love. I love podcasts that come out weekly because I get into a routine and then I look forward to it, and the days that they land, I like. I would have gave it a 5 if it was still recording, but because of the fact that it was a limited series, I did drop it down a notch.
I gave it a 5.
I also gave it a 5.
I really liked
You
this
gave it a
one.
4, Dave?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I really liked this one.
It was great. Production quality on this one, I gave it a 5. I thought it was very professional. I liked the even when they did interviews on location and stuff, it still
Yeah.
sounded really well. It wasn't perfect, but when you're on location, you don't expect it. I was anticipating it to be a lot worse than it was. So I thought they went out of their way and did a really good job.
I actually gave it a 4.5 because of the sound
Yeah.
quality for a little bit. I get that when you go off of
Out of the studio.
out of the studio that it's going to be a little fuzzy, or if you're doing like interviews over the phone or something, it's going to be a little fuzzy, but there's technology for that.
Yeah, I think
It's
with
the
me,
New York Times.
I was just
Come on.
my thing was I was comparing it to other podcasts that we
Yeah.
listened to that were really bad.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
I
true, because there
probably-
are some baddies
yeah.
out there.
And I think I
the
I
good
pushed it up a little bit because of that. About you, Colleen?
I gave it a 5
Yay!
because it's just so professional. It was well edited, and it was just I felt like it was well paced. Like it was very, not just the sound quality, like all of it was very professionally done. I mean, it's the New York Times, so I feel like that's a good.
Yeah,
But
I like they had audio tracks they added to it. Mm-hmm. Where they played. I don't know if it was like radio or video footage and stuff, but I thought that was done really well.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I have totals for our first 2.
Yay!
Okay. Our next podcast is Throughline from NPR. So Throughline, NPR's historical podcast, takes listeners on a captivating journey through time, uncovering the obscured narratives behind contemporary events. The podcast's tagline, "The past is never past, every headline has a story," encapsulates the host's commitment to exploring the historical context that underpins today's world. Praised for its fantastic and informative nature, Throughline stands out for its neutral historical perspective, skillfully presenting stories with a thought-provoking approach. The show's storytelling prowess allows audiences to understand and feel the impact of pivotal historical moments. While positive reviews abound, some critics point to its perceived bias in factual presentation, emphasizing the importance of considering diverse perspectives. Overall, Throughline earns widespread acclaim for its enlightening historical narratives, making it a must-listen for history enthusiasts. For the ratings. For still recording, I gave it a 5 because it's still recording.
I also gave it a 5.
I gave it a 5.
Well, there you go.
Beautiful.
Yay!
Length of episode is about what?
The length of episodes are 1 hour. You'll
So
like it.
I gave it a 5.
I did a 4.5.
The decimals.
See, the thing is, for me, it depends on the subject. Like, there's this one podcast, and that's why we drink.
Yeah.
Colleen and I both listen
Like,
to.
I can listen to 4 hours of that and be fine.
Yeah, it's sometimes they just talk for like 45 minutes, and then they get into the actual topic, and I'm like, I love this.
Yeah.
Do it more.
I will admit there's a couple of podcasts that are longer. I actually subscribe to their Patreon because then you get the like the pre and post
Oh,
show.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you get like the whole thing, and sometimes they're like 3 hours long.
I love it.
And those in those the pre and the post parts of the podcast are my favorite. So even though this is twice the
definitely more-
length of my optimum listening, I gave it a 4 because
Okay.
it was an hour.
Yeah.
But since it was really good,
You were a little bit. It was a little bit better.
yes.
Because, yeah. I get you.
So I didn't drop it down to a 2 or a 3.
Now, release schedule. What is that?
Release schedule is weekly-ish.
Ish.
Yeah, I gave it a 3.
I gave it a 4. I gave it a 4.
I gave it a 5.
Confusing.
Yes. And I don't remember why. I listened to this a while ago, and I took very bad notes. So I don't remember why exactly. I think it was probably because of the fact that, for the most part, it was, it stayed to the week. And like I said before, weekly shows are my favorite. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little funky.
yeah.
Production quality, I gave it a 5.
I also gave it a 5.
I gave it a 5.
Look at us.
It's NPR.
Yeah.
It's going to be a 5.
Yes.
Makes total sense, NPR. They do great stuff.
They do good stuff. Do.
Although I did write down that the music was a little loud, so maybe, 4.999.
Okay. So the next podcast that we're discussing is In Our Time, which is a BBC Radio 4 podcast. In Our Time, hosted by Melvin Bragg, delves into the history of ideas spanning philosophy, science, history, religion, and culture. Bragg's adept hosting style allows expert guests to shine, showcasing their knowledge on various subjects. The production covers compelling topics, making it a favorite for those seeking informative content. The refined format, focusing on historical events and people, is a testament to the show's excellence, and Bragg's well-prepared questions and inclusion of fabulous guests contribute to its success. The podcast consistently brings together top scholars from diverse fields, offering rapid yet insightful discussions each week. The BBC production stands out for its quality. It caters to intellectual curiosity and delivers content that is both educational and captivating. I can't read without my glasses. Okay, so for still recording, let's see here.
Yes, it's still
It
recording.
is still recording. I gave it a 5.
I gave it a 5.
I gave it a 5.
5.
Yeah. Length of episodes.
Is 1 hour.
5.
I did a 4.5. And I did listen to this a while ago, so I don't know why I gave this a 4.5.
Maybe it was a slow hour for
Maybe
you.
it was a slow hour, yeah. Maybe I just didn't love the topic or something, but yeah, I gave it 4.5.
I gave it a 4. I said it would be 5. In my notes, I said it would be 5 if it was under an hour. But if persuaded, I could push it up to a 5.
Maybe I could too, but for now, I'm keeping it at 4.5. Okay, so the release schedule,
Is weekly.
I gave that a 5.
Gave it a 5.
I gave it a 5 with a perfect.
Boom, 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 boom. And then for production quality, I gave it a 4.
I gave it a 5.
I gave it a 5.
I
I
know-
thought it was good.
I'm going to tell you right now, I don't remember why I gave it a 4. And I can't defend my answer.
It's just because it seems like they have guests pretty much every episode, like someone,
Yeah.
I f-
person talking on the subject.
Yeah,
It
I
sounded
think-
really good.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just too judgmental. Yes, that's it.
I think I gave it a 5 because of the fact that he's British.
Oh,
Yeah,
you know
I
what?
loved
You know
his
what?
voice.
Scratch the 4, gave it a 5 for me. Sarah.
Trying to do
You just have to add one more point. Oh, it's gonna be
Can't
okay.
admit.
It's gonna be okay.
Yeah, I really, In Our Time was my favorite.
So the last podcast we're going to be discussing today is You Must Remember This by Katrina Longworth. The podcast is a captivating journey through the hidden and forgotten tales of Hollywood's first century. Seasoned film critic Longworth and the founder... Oh, I guess I shouldn't have tried to... yeah. Longworth, a seasoned film critic and founder of
Cinematical.
Do you want me to read it?
Just read the sentence, pause, and I'll go,
Cinematical.
Cinematical.
All right. Longworth, a seasoned film critic and founder of Cinematical.
You got it.
Longworth is...
Longworth, a seasoned film critic and the founder of cinematical.com. Continue to...
researches and narrates each episode, delving into the murky truths behind the glitz and glamour of 20th century Hollywood. The podcast has earned praise for thoroughly exploring the industry's history with Longworth's rigorous storytelling and spellbinding narrative. While some listeners find the delivery challenging, like me reading this, the podcast content and research are widely admired. Longworth's dedication to unraveling Hollywood secrets and episodes covering subjects like the Manson family adds depth to the podcast. And despite its emotional intensity at times, You Must Remember This stands out as an exciting and well-produced podcast that offers a unique perspective on the intriguing stories that shape the entertainment history. Okay, so is it still recording? It is. But I gave it a 4, and I don't know why.
I think, aren't the episodes really long?
Well, that would be
They're
length.
long.
I
yeah,
know, but I feel like
and
that's probably why.
part- yeah.
Part of it for him. I gave it a 5.
I also gave it a 5 because it's still recording.
Yeah.
4, Dave, final answer?
Yes. Yes. The length of episodes, 3, I gave it. And that's because each episode is between 1 and 1.5 hours. And anything that goes beyond a hour drops at least a point every 30 minutes.
I gave it a 4 because I'm fine with it going over if I'm, like, into it.
I originally gave it a 4.5, but I'm going to bump it down to a 4 because, she talks really slow.
Yeah.
Her voice is like this.
So, like, I wonder if that's what we mean when we say that listeners find the delivery challenging, because I
find the delivery
I find the
challenging.
delivery challenging, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Release schedule, I gave it a 4. The length of the episodes, I said, make otherwise a perfect score a 4. And that's because where they're coming out, I guess I should say, it comes out weekly-ish.
Ish.
Yes. So, and that's during the seasons. So sometimes it goes beyond a little bit over a week. And there's breaks in between. She does do the podcast by seasons. So there's breaks in between the seasons.
I gave it a 3 because I deducted a point for there being seasons and I deducted a point for it being ish.
I gave it a 4, but now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like we're being harsh because look at our release schedule.
Well, we had extenuating circumstances in that we all got sick and then we all had vacations.
But my number still stands 4.
I think the reason why I didn't make it no, that doesn't make sense. I don't know. I was going to say the reason why, well, never mind.
Okay.
I don't understand my thinking. My brain froze. Production quality, I gave it a 3. Some production quirks, bad transitions from a commercial break to the podcast I heard in one of the episodes I listened to made it sound less professional than all the rest. So
I also gave it a 3. I found the music at the beginning really annoying, and her pacing, her pacing is horrendous. Yeah. So I feel like it could have just been edited a lot better.
I'm giving it a 4.
4.
Because she talks so slow.
She puts also like a weird accent on certain words. Like sometimes she'd be like, the cinema. And I'm like, what are you trying to say?
But then
She's
again,
so
I
strange.
couldn't say cinematic to.
Yeah, but cinematical.
Cinema, yeah, whatever there was.
Whatever word that is.
Yeah, I'll, it's easy to see that that one was my least favorite of all of them. But she's been around for a while. She's got 236 episodes. So there must be a lot of people that do like her.
All right. Do we want to hear the rankings of the score from worst to best?
Yes,
Please.
we're ready.
Worst to best. Yes.
In last place was Hardcore History, which I'm a little surprised by.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I think that the length of the episode and the release schedule did them in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Because
Yeah.
it makes for an inconsistent and rather annoying listen to keep track of for an otherwise well-researched podcast. Next was You Must Remember This, which is not surprising because I don't think any of us really liked it.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I'm going out of order. Hold on.
Oh,
Scratch
boy.
that, scratch that.
Oh, boy.
Put on the brakes.
Okay, Hardcore History, bottom. Second from the bottom, fourth place, 1619.
Really?
Wow.
Which I'm surprised by.
That was my
That
second
was
favorite.
one of my second. Yeah, that was one of my second. Yeah, it was my
I'm
second.
like, now I'm doubting my math and I'm getting nervous. But I added as we went. No, I think it was just the still recording gave it a lot of low points because they're not recording anymore.
You guys brought it down,
Yeah.
jerks.
I'm really getting scared about my math.
I'm sad.
Like, this doesn't make
I
sense.
trust you.
Hold on.
I trust you,
I
too.
don't trust me.
I mean, it's easy not to trust ourselves.
Sorry, I just bumped my hands into the mic.
I feel like I might have fudged this one up. 4, 8.
12.
Oh, I did fudge up.
Rip.
Hold on.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
We are just going to have to delete everything that I just said and start from
Delete, 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 delete.
delete. 4, 8, 12, 13, 1.
Let's rewind.
I'm a big idiot.
No,
I'm a big, stupid idiot.
Yeah, big dumb
big,
idiot.
stupid idiotville. Okay. Starting over. We're starting completely over.
Okay.
Bottom of the barrel, 5th place, Hardcore History with 37 points.
Wow.
Sad.
They were done in by the release schedule and the episode length. Way too long, way too inconsistent.
And he could change. He could improve that
Easily.
Yeah. Agreed.
Come out with 2-parters and 3-parters, and then you're ready to go. All right, 4th place. You Must Remember This. Not surprising because I don't think any of us really liked it.
Yeah.
3rd place. Drum roll, please. 1619 from the New York Times.
Wow.
Wow.
It not recording anymore definitely dropped it down a few points.
That's understandable.
Which, yeah, fair. 2nd place, Through Line from NPR.
Wow.
Pretty solid across the board, but we disagreed a little on the release schedule. So that leaves in 1st place, my favorite, In Our Time from the BBC.
Yay.
Very cool.
Yes.
Which I think we all just fell in love with his little British accent. So
Yes.
We do like his British accent.
Yes.
We
Very
do
posh
like a British
accent.
accent.
We always have.
Yeah, we really have.
we always have. Cool.
Wow. That was interesting. Very
And
good.
now we're never doing the podcast like this again.
I feel like, should we have started with that?
I thought we would
Or we
almost
just, like,
end with it.
End with it.
Or-
And now that that's over, guys, we're changing the format again.
Now
in
that you
case you
adjusted.
didn't, in case you hadn't found out with Colleen's announcement.
Never again.
So I guess you could say part of the reason why, maybe subconsciously, why there was such a gap was after, even though it was only 24 episodes, it was 3 years of podcasts.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. That we felt it was time to change things up. So we're going to change the format a little bit. We felt it might be good if we, instead of reviewing other podcasts, would start reviewing books. What?
What?
Librarians talking about
crazy.
books?
Wow, making the library podcast more library central?
Who
Crazy.
would have thought?
Crazy,
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, very.
And it's very timely because summer reading's going to start soon.
Oh, yeah.
We've been doing the reading challenge all year, so
So the way it's going to work is we're going to pick out, what are we picking out?
a genre.
Genres. Yes, that's
We're
the
going
word.
to do a different genre each month.
We all say genre differently.
Genre.
You say genre, you say genre, and I said genre. I said somewhere in between, but now
Sarah says it French.
Sarah says genre.
I
You
say
genre.
it like a hillbilly.
Yeah.
John boy.
Genre.
You say like blue jean genre, and Sarah says genre, and I said genre.
Yeah, it's like, I guess you do say it somewhere in the middle. Genre.
The genre.
So what we're going to do is we're going to pick a genre, and then
It sounded weird when you said it just now.
Genre.
Sorry.
and then we're going to pick a series of books. Are we still going to rate them?
Well, I didn't know if we were.
I
We never
think what we
decided.
were going to do was we're going to pick a genre. We're going to each choose
Like a book
some
or two?
popular book titles.
Right.
And we're going to do, we're going to give it a summary and then do read-alikes for it.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
should have.
like we're gonna spin this podcast into a reader's advisory podcast, which is some fun thing that we
Yes.
should be doing.
So
Yes.
I'll pick like one or two.
Yeah,
And
two maybe
because-
or one. Maybe we should each do one, so because then it's not going to be super long.
Right.
We don't want it to
We
be
do
super long because
Summarize
that's a
our
problem.
one title and then give a few real likes.
Yes, I like that.
I will adjust.
What are we doing?
this.
We're
We're each
going
going
to
to choose one
title?
book title that's popular in the genre, and then we're going to find read-alikes. No, you don't want to do that.
I don't know. I'm just
I
going.
don't know. You sounded I thought it sounded like a groan. I was like, oh, okay, I guess not.
It may have been a little bit. I was like, I'm going to have to do research.
You're gonna have to think, Dave.
No,
You're gonna have to
we
think.
look at all the resources we have here.
I know.
Like-
I know.
like-
I know. Novelist.
Thank you. I was completely forgetting the name of the one genre. The one resource
the
that
one
I always
genre?
the one genre. The one resource that I always use for read-alikes.
So if it's May now, we'll start doing that in June.
Yes.
So we'll record in June, release in June, like we were planning
Yes.
on doing.
Yes.
So when we start this new format in June, the genre is biography and memoir.
Ooh, nice.
So that'll be a good one.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I already know what I'm going to pick.
And the genres
have
for
no idea what I'm
a
gonna
little while are going to follow the Read More in 2024 challenge, where in the library we have a display going, and it's a beanstack challenge where we're highlighting a different genre each month to encourage people to read outside of their comfort zones. And if you're listening and it's May, still mystery thriller is the May genre.
Cool. I like it.
Yeah.
Yay.
I like it a lot
too.
too.
I think it's going to.
Be good.
I think so too.
I was like,
Reinvigorate the podcast.
yeah, not reinvigorate. I was going to say
Reroute.
no, make it like exciting. Or
Reinvigorate.
Yeah, I guess.
I think it's going to be great, guys.
It is
We're going to
gonna be great.
reinvigorate and reroute the podcast.
Reroute.
We're gonna
And we're gonna rework it and make it.
we're gonna rework it, rerun it, reinvigorate it, redo it.
It's going to be fun.
It's gonna be great.
Trust us.
It's gonna be grand.
Yes.
Whoever's listening out there, hopefully you like it. Hello, it's me. But let's kind of round this out with some library news and programs of note. Besides the Read More in 2024 and our summer reading club, we want to remind our residents of the West Hampton Beach Union Free School District of the upcoming library budget vote at the high school on Tuesday, May 21st this year. This year, not next year, between 7 a.m. and 9 p.m. Please get out there and vote if you live in this district, and we encourage you to vote. It is your civic duty to vote. We have a fun program coming up. DIY decorative coffee mug. That's on Friday, May 10th at 2 p.m. Join me
Yay!
to decorate a coffee mug or a tea mug, whatever you want to put on your cup.
Hot cocoa.
hot cocoa for yourself or a loved one. Supplies are provided, but we do ask that you register, and registration is limited. We also have a bingo night coming up at the end of May 30th.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, on May 30th, that's a Thursday at 7 p.m. We will be, Colleen and I will be at the West Hampton Beach Brewery.
Bingo's
And
always fun.
we are going to play some bingo. So if you like bingo and want to win a prize or two, come on down.
Yeah.
It's free.
Prizes every round.
Prizes are free. You just have to
Nice.
play to win.
Got to be in it to win it.
In it to win it.
So read more in 2024. Each month, we will highlight a genre to encourage reading outside our comfort zone. Join our More in 24 challenge in Beanstack for the chance to win prizes each month. As Colleen said earlier, May's genre is mystery and thriller. June's, yeah. I was reading that and I kept thinking of June Cleaver for some reason.
June Cleaver.
I don't know why. June's is biography and memoir. And visit the westhamptonlibrary.beanstack.com to register.
Celebrate Patron Appreciation Day on Wednesday, June 26th during library hours. Spin our prize wheel at circulation desk to win library swag. We've got giveaways.
Yay.
We'll mention that again in the next podcast episode. But we will also be celebrating on June 5th which is a Wednesday at 7 p.m. Queer Pride on the Lower East Side. It's going to be a Zoom event with the New York Tenement Museum, and that should be good times. In this interactive virtual program, explore the LGBTQIA plus history of Lower East Side, from secret lives rediscovered to famous activists and organizations. Using oral histories from residents of historic tenement buildings, personal memoirs, and archival research, the NYTM will trace the unique connection between this ever-evolving neighborhood, New York City, and beyond. This is an East End Libraries event hosted by West Hampton Free Library, and if you want to participate, you do have to register to get the Zoom link.
Yes. In-person library discussions include the basics of investing, which will be on Thursday, May 5th at 12 p.m. Meet MEAT, and greet with Justin's Chop Shop on Friday, May 17th at 2 p.m. now. If you show up at 2, you're going to be late
You're gonna be
because it
late.
really starts at 12
You're going to
noon.
be there for the Games Club.
Yeah. Hypnosis and Health is Wednesday, May 29th at 5:30 p.m. Hypnosis.
It's about like pre-surgery hypnosis.
Oh, wow.
Put me to sleep by hypnotizing me.
Bet you it's helpful for people who are a little
Nervous.
nervous about going under.
Yeah.
Financial literacy for college grads will be on Monday, June 3rd at 2 p.m. Wills and Trusts 101 with Berner Prudenti Law, PC. Why do we have to have the PC in there?
You put it there, man.
I know. I just copied it from the newsletter. No. But Wills and Trusts 101 with Berner Prudenti will be on Thursday, June 13th at 12 p.m. And also, Canvas Art Class with Teresa Silhouette Spot, Friday, June 14th at 2 p.m. What's Silhouette Spot?
That's her business name.
Oh, cool.
Teresa Silhouette Spot. She's very nice.
So be sure to sign up for that because that sounds pretty cool.
Is that the woman that did the art program last month?
No.
Okay, take that out. Take that part out.
right.
Sorry, Dave.
It's that was
Delete.
that was for the Long Island Reads.
Right.
They were actually out by Lindenhurst. They're
People
in, like,
really
Amityville.
like her. The one.
Well, Teresa Silhouette Spot. They use her at like other libraries.
That's cool.
She seems to run the gambit, so hopefully we'll get some loyal fans.
Yay, Teresa.
And lastly, we have the Summer Reading Club, which will be coming soon, with this year's theme being Adventure Begins at Your Library.
And it does, because there's so many possibilities. You can find so many things at the library, especially books. Books are great.
Yes.
And you don't have to read the book. You can get an audiobook. You can listen to the book on your phone or on your computer or on your tablet, and you can read a book physically or on your phone or on your tablet
Yeah.
or your laptop.
Or you can take out the book Bunny Suicides
No.
because it has no words. It's just pictures. And it's
Well,
funny.
You could do that too. We also
It's like
have
a stuffed bunny. It's not a real bunny.
we also have magazines and
And manga and graphic novels, and we have free bookmarks, and we have free buttons, and we have
buttons.
free
We do have
museum
buttons.
Lots of
passes.
buttons.
We have a lot of buttons. We have museum passes. We have a library of things.
We have discount tickets. We have a cricket.
We
You
have
can take home the
discount
cricket.
tickets. Our library of things has baking pans. We have puzzles. We have lots of stuff. So the adventure begins right at your library.
Yes.
And if you're not going to the library, then what are you doing?
Then there's no adventure for
You're
you.
being boring.
You're being boring. You're listening to the Wizards of Pod podcast, a podcast of librarians talking about podcasts. For more podcast news and updates, follow us on Twitter at PodWizards. You can find a link to all the podcasts we've discussed in the show notes. Music for this podcast was brought to you by Ben Sound Royalty Free Music. You can check out their great collection of music at www.bensound.com.
Yay.
Yay.
See you next month.
Bye.
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 Later. Welcome to episode 24 of the Wizards of Pod podcast, a podcast of librarians talking about podcasts.
We're professional librarians, Dave.
Yeah, I know we are professional. This must be old because we took out professional
Did we
before.
take out professional?
Yeah, because somebody was like, librarians are professional. You don't have to say it twice.
You're right. You're right. Didn't Sam say that?
Yeah.
I forgot.
I was gonna say you said Sam said that.
I'm sorry I stole your pen without asking again.
How dare you?
I take it back. Let's rewind. Are ye ready, kids? Aye, aye, Captain. I can hear you. Aye, aye, Captain. Oh. SpongeBob SquarePants.
Okay, whose pores in your lawn?
SpongeBob SquarePants. As square as can be? Is that what it was?
I don't remember.
Pores and something, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Ready?
We've got that done.
Now that that's out of the way.
It's going to go in the podcast.